It's currently 11:03 p.m. Over these past few hours, I've been working on the hoodie drawing for this polystyrene drawing project. Working on catching up with the backlog of my dinner videos, and at some point the video I took of when Dad and I went to a new place called Bill East. Which I recall us leaving to going to Bill East for that place around 1:30 p.m. Getting there about 25 minutes later. We were seated around 2:15 p.m. Because at that time the place was pretty busy. And then we were there until about 4:30 p.m. 5 p.m. at the latest. So I got back from there around 5:30 p.m. Dad's friend Maggie joined us at the parking lot, from what I recall. While we were waiting outside, after I filmed a good amount of the exterior of the place. There was a small line outside of the front doors of the eatery. And I recall Maggie joined us at some point while we were waiting to be seated. Though this small line was a line to get to the official waiting area, of the place, which featured a sort of long wooden bench of sorts. Only it's a solid bench, wooden bench. No holes on the seat of that bench. The seating we were given for a party of 3, our seating consisted of essentially a table that one half of its seating was part of a booth, and the rest of its seating consisted of chairs at the other side. And I sat in one of the chairs. With Dad and his friend Maggie on the side opposite of me. In the booth area, getting up today around noon after waking up around 11:30 in the morning after going to bed around 3:15 in the morning and falling asleep around 4. I recall having 2 cups of coffee between the time I got up today and Dan and I leaving for Barbill East. Hey, here's where I am for Dragon Heart Estate. The current episodic event and the current season of Joy. Hopefully I'll be able to make it to here. I'm not entirely sure though. I recall at some point during the early night hours getting the second medium badge for this game for reaching a population of 500 after I used this expansion office, which as it turns out is the only one I'll seemingly ever need, to unlock this colony island, which seems to... I'm not sure if it's really appropriate to call it a colony, since with how big this area is, it could probably be a new mainland. More so than the 3 original main islands here. But shortly after I unlocked this area, started this colony, I briefly hit a population of 500, but the badge didn't award. But because I hit 500 in the game, I unlocked these town houses, which when built has the potential of providing more population than the big huts, if enough needs are met. And pretty much shortly after I built these 2 townhouses, I got the second medium badge, and now all that's left to get is the impossible badge for this game. The hot wings that I got at the eatery Dan and I went to today during primarily the mid to late afternoon hours, it had some kick to them, but they weren't too bad. I enjoyed the sauce and those chicken wings.